Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, so let's go ahead and take a little peek. We are going to see whatever the message is for the 29th of January. And I think we're going to go with a little different approach. Oh, okay, here we go. We start out with a page, and it's the Page of Pentacles here, followed by the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, and we can see this person's kind of like leaning up, looking up, like, it's a little bit like Rapunzel. Rapunzel, let down your hair. It feels, even though these are all pentacles, it still kind of comes across as rather romantic, to be honest. It looks like somebody is asking, like, do you think we could have some kind of a potential new beginning? Do you think that something would be possible here? Or this is just somebody reaching out or looking up toward like a better hope for tomorrow, something they'd like to see happen? Oh, we have a Five of Swords. That Five of Swords is, I mean, that can be a fight or an argument. Somebody has turned away and has cried. Give me another card on that. Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and the Fool. It does look like someone is gently asking, like, hey, do you think we could, like revisit that? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to upset you, or I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you cry. This is it's because there's this prime opportunity that someone doesn't want to miss out on. And in this case, it could be a divine masculine. He's sitting and thinking on this for a while. He's sitting and thinking, and it has something to do with the fact that he doesn't want to let this go. This is like he's having an about face change on something. Look, this could be a masculine who really does feel like this person is their forever person, their swan, swan's mate for life. And this could be unexpected because we have him here on the moon, and yet he's about to take this big leap, and he's got this rose that he wants to bring and offer. There is some wonderful shift and change in the sense that not only does he care very much that he thinks he's hurt this feminine, but he also is having like maybe a moment of growth where he's just feeling more like, what am I doing? I'm standing here on this compass, there's the face of my ancestor, or maybe the face of the universe looking at me saying, isn't it time that you handle things differently? He has been here before because he has a photo of himself sitting on a motorcycle, and it's the exact same. He's in the same shirt, same everything. You know what I almost think? I think this is a divine masculine saying, I need to grow up. This is not the way I handle things anymore. I've already been down this road with her before. And, obviously, because we have several versions of her and we've got a couple dogs here, he remembers that he already did this with her before. And once upon a time, I don't know that he worked to like resolve something with her. And I think that's what's going to be changing. And this could be a bit of a surprise even to himself. Like, my impression is in the past, this might have been the kind of person who, if there was any kind of discomfort or snit or anything that occurred, he would have just let it be what it was, not done anything to resolve it. Wait till it passed, not really maybe say sorry, not maybe fix things. And now it's happening all over again. And he's saying, this is not the way I want to continue to be. I've been exactly right here before with her. So let me instead recognize that if this is the person that I care so much about, let me do things different. Let me confirm this, because it's either he's saying, you know what, honestly, I'm done with this. Let me go in a new direction. Admittedly, this is a new direction, but it's also like a new way to do things. Let me ask, are you thinking that you want to do things differently now with her? Or are you thinking like, okay, yeah, I'm actually really done with her. This is a repetitious cycle, been here before. This closes it for me. I'd like to go in a new direction and move on from her. We have Temperance. There is a sense of peace. Eight of Wands is definitely moving forward. This is kind of rapid pace too. Girl of Pentacles, though, once again, and we have that elephant, touching the crown of her head. So that's that Page of Pentacles again. Hang on, I'm going to need a few more because he's obviously still wanting to reach out. Empress and Nine of Wands. Hang on, because that could still go in two ways, and I don't want to make it confusing. So what are your thoughts around that Five of Swords moment? What are your thoughts around the Five of Swords moment? Eight of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. Honestly, he is having a light bulb moment. And we've already seen the Eight of Pentacles for him. Either he's just like, oh my God, this person, it's always going to be the same thing with us. I'm done. I can move on now. Star, Five of Cups. No, actually what it is he's finally seeing where the problem has always been. And you notice how he has this crown shining from his skull, and then we have this, light bulb going on in his mind. She's still very confused about him. And he is finally realizing, I think since we just had another repetitious cycle, myself and this feminine, who obviously must have been loyal to him at certain points in time anyway, but they seem to still be going through the same cycle. Like he's been right here before where she turned away, hurt. Only the thing is, he knows that this is the moment where I think something's changed in her. A five is a number of change. And I feel as if this time, and maybe because he's grown, maybe because some time has passed in between the last time they had like some breakup, separation, or, hurtful conversation, or something that devolved into something stressful. It feels as if he has finally turned around and had this moment of like clarification. The reason we have this repetitious cycle is she really doesn't know. Like maybe I've been trying to work on my communication better. Maybe I just now am discovering that the way I react to her, the way I respond to her, it doesn't make sense to her. And she's really turning away from me now. And she's actually either healed from me or I'm losing her. And I'm realizing that this hurts. It hurts to think that somebody that has been loyal to me, somebody that I care about and cares about me, keeps getting so hurt by our communications that she now is really ready to turn away. And she's I don't know if she said, it's okay, you know what, I'm healed, I'm good now. But it's the moment where he's realizing she's actually really going to be gone. I'm not frustrated with her, waiting for her to knock it off. I'm starting to have this awakening that she doesn't understand the way I do things. She doesn't get it. And yet she's just being okay with it now and is going to be walking away from me. And whereas in the past, I think he would have just sat down and waited for somebody else to reapproach him, I think he's realizing that's not the way he can handle things now. This is him needing to take this leap of faith forward. This is him needing to actually like move forward in a way, or he does lose her. Tell me about that Five of Cups. Oh, and I'm sorry, there's a lot that I know about her, and I know she was never trying to be unkind to me. And now it's like, maybe this has been my wounding. Maybe the way I've reacted to her, responded to her, has been my wounding. And she's been baffled by the way I behave toward her. Tell me about his Five of Cups, because it does look like he's feeling the feels on this one. He's feeling the sadness that maybe this is their final fight, or their final, like, her withdrawing or something, certainly with that Star card. And he's realizing that she's going to be gone forever now. And I didn't want that. I never wanted her to be gone for forever. I've been over here on the moon, hanging out, hiding out, not telling her how I really felt or anything, but I never wanted her to leave me, be out of my life for good. This is like a stark reality. Oh my God, she's going to be gone, gone, gone unless I learn how to communicate to her. I have to do that. Four of Swords, Temperance again, World card, Eight of Cups in the reverse. Look, it feels so sincere that just as our feminine is kind of all done, she doesn't need any more conversation. She's actually really in a peaceful place. She's peaceful. She's moving on. It strikes him she's literally okay now, and she's going to marry somebody else, and she's going to be gone out of my life. And this is really sinking in on the 28th. This is really, or excuse me, on the 29th. This is really the reality of this for him is this is it for her. She's not mad at me. She's not hurt by me anymore. She's okay and saying, I'm not the person that, you know, you can comfortably have dialogue with. So it's all right. I finally am peaceful about that. She's not taking it as being hurt anymore. She's over being hurt by this. And that's ironic that that's the first time he's been thinking about maybe the way that I think this card is so important. The way his behavior and their interactions have been, because I think his tendency is to be like, you don't get to ask me anything. And she's like, well, I don't know how I'm supposed to know anything if you don't talk to me. And I think that is just the way they think they have the right to operate. And she's now saying that's okay. Of course, everybody can operate however they want. They can be as comfortable as they want at however they are. But that's her letting it go now. And it's really clicking. Is it that you are just realizing you're losing her or have already lost her? Or is it that you're recognizing your own behavior and that's not actually how you want to behave? Magician and the Devil. It's some of both. And I say that because they don't want her gone. But I do think that this person has, they know that they have some kind of toxic pattern to the way they operate. They know that about themselves. And they're not actually pulling any punches about it. But they still really want to manifest a good outcome. Page of Swords. What is it about her that you have observed that has made it make sense? King of Wands. She either was very transparent with, how she felt about them, that she loved them. Also, she may have made them feel really good about themselves. And that could be something that they truly appreciated, like the way she made them feel good about themselves, even as there was still arguments and they weren't going to say anything if she asked questions that they didn't feel like answering. Six of Pentacles, Five of Cups. Basically, I don't know, maybe this person has a hard time keeping people in their life. Maybe because they seem to be a bit of a lonely soul, but I'm wondering if it's like they know that it's their own behavior that does that makes it so that it's like they have this weird arrogance or chip on their shoulder toward everybody. They do like to feel important, and they do like to kind of act like they don't have to do anything, that they don't feel like it. And if you ask them one question, they have the right to, ice you out. You don't get to ask them nothing. That kind of attitude. But if they give that to everybody, then I think they push people away. And I think this is an example where, because she loved them. And so she kind of was quite tolerant of the way they were. But at some point, it's like, okay, you don't want to converse with me. So we're good. I'll let you go. Basically, now they pushed her away too. And they know that they pushed away somebody who, the one problem here is, do they mostly say, I pushed away the person who thought that I was really hot and beautiful and sexy and it made me feel really good? Is it still a little bit of like, I want somebody who makes me feel special? Or is it that there's mutual love there? I do think that they see her as, because I think this person can even be generous sometimes, but we do see them with a photo of them own selves. I don't know if this person has an awful lot of self-focus, and it's like they kind of imagine that the entire world revolved around them. And that's just not how it works, right? We don't live where we're our own little emperors of the universe. We may be the lead character in our own story of life, but we are not little emperors and empresses, and everyone else on earth is there to be dismissed or do our bidding. And should they ask us anything that we don't feel like answering, we have the right to dismiss them rudely. I mean, and certainly not in like personal relationships. I guess, yeah, of course you have no obligation to answer people's impertinent questions that are strangers to you, or anybody's questions on one hand ever. But usually if you're in a loving connection, there is some kind of cooperation, and that seems to be something they did not ever do. And they know that they don't do that. They don't cooperate with people. They know this about themselves. But this is the first time they've maybe actually been sad, because I think she was very cooperative with them, quite accepting of them, and showed them a lot of consistency and love, and they pushed her away. They are going to be making some kind of a move here, is what it says. I just don't really know that this is some huge awakening where this would be successful, only that they are having an awakening. Okay, that's what I would say. All right, and let's pull a couple cards for someone whose birthday is on the 29th. 29th is, I have two of my favorite people on this earth are 29th birthdays. So happy birthday to my dear ones. We have that Six of Cups, we have the Magician, and we have the Ten of Pentacles. That is a gorgeous year. It is a year for partnerships, romances, friendships, bringing people together. Look at all of the hands holding things together. Look at all of these offerings and all of these opportunities to share and to interact. This is beautiful. It's a year for manifesting things. It's a year where a character may have a lot of abundance, financial abundance coming in, real powerful renewals of especially old friendships, but definitely could be a love story. And there's co-creating and building. So whatever a character is going to be doing this year, they're not doing it alone. All right, you guys, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate all of you. Take care. Bye.